We're here at the beautiful Tee Golf and Country Club on the sunny Isle of Mallorca. The course is looking pristine. 45 players are primed and ready for battle. Welcome to the 2020 Challenge Tour Grand Final.
The Road to Mallorca season reaches its conclusion today on the stunning Mediterranean island as we prepare to crown both the Grand Final champion and the season-long rankings #1 as well. Tee Golf and Country Club is our host venue as the curtain comes down on the 2020 Challenge Tour season. We're just a short drive from the Mallorcan capital, Palma. Tee Golf and Country Club, an undulating layout. And Anthony Wall, a big day for those players who have a chance to win the big prizes this season, both the Grand Final and the Road to Mallorca #1 spot as well.
Yes, absolutely. Anyone in the top 15 of the rankings could win today and take the big prize. And let's wait and see. It's sure to be a wonderful afternoon's golf.
It is a slightly unusual season because of the COVID pandemic. Shorter than usual, just 11 tournaments including this Grand Final. Instead of the top 15 on the rankings getting a European Tour card for 2021, the top 5 will get some starts next season on the European Tour. Marcel Schneider from Germany is the man in the box seat at the moment. He leads the rankings and needs a good week to make sure that he finishes the job off today. He's the man with the pressure on his shoulders. Let's hear from Marcel with Kit Alexander.
Marcel, you're top of the Road to Mallorca. What's been the key to your good form this year?
Well, I practiced quite hard during the winter and had a really good start after that Corona break, after the first one. Yeah, that helps a lot. It gives me a lot of confidence going into the next tournaments. That was the key, I would say, yeah.
Amazingly, no German has ever won the Challenge Tour rankings. What would it mean to you if you were to become the first to do that?
Well, so far I haven't thought about it, to be honest. But now, as you just mentioned it, it would mean a lot, of course, yeah. But I try to not think about that at the moment. I'm trying to look on day for day after the next couple, and yeah, let's see what comes out.
Schneider going in search of history, but as Anthony mentioned, should he falter, a chance for others to take advantage. Players like the experienced Swede, Christopher Blomstrand.
You're 9th in the Road to Mallorca. How aware are you of what you need to do to crack into that all-important top 5?
It's like a really good question. Of course, I always have it in my mind. But if I'm focusing on only that one, I don't think it's gonna go well. So I will still do my best, and then we will see what's going on Sunday there.
Well, Blomstrand could feasibly win both the big prizes today. For others, that top 5 finish in the rankings is definitely the target. Players like David Boots, the Welshman, who's been on a bit of a roller coaster ride recently.
David, it's been a pretty eventful few weeks for you. Talk us through the frustrations of having to pull out of the first event in Cadiz due to being in contact of someone with coronavirus.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously a bit of a strange situation and definitely frustrating not to be able to play after not having a tournament for a month or so, kind of sitting at home. But yeah, I guess it's like the times we're in at the moment, and you can't really be too careful. And
Karma smiled on you as well.
Yeah.
You're the last man in the field here at the Grand Final. What are your emotions coming into this week?
yeah, I mean, yeah, it was a nice bonus really, because I wasn't expecting. I thought I might have missed out by literally about 200 euros in the end on the Order of Merit. So, which is like a quarter of a shot. So I was just pleased to get in, and yeah, nice to have a little free run at it this week and see how we go.
Well, this is the second season the Challenge Tour has reached its conclusion in Mallorca, and in Tee Golf and Country Club they have found a top-class venue.
For us, it's a dream come true. We've been working over 4 years to refurbish this golf place. We bought it in 2015, and since then we've been working, planning. That was 2016, a whole year planning how to reconvert the golf as it was planned originally by John Harris. It took us 3 years refurbishment. It was October last year that we finished it, and then we were offered to host the Grand Final from the Challenge Tour. And of course we loved that idea, and we had to work hard to make it happen what is happening today. Today we can see already in our website is booming the viewers. We jumped from 5,000 views a month to 20,000 views this last month, and it's exceptional and it's incredible, to make us known worldwide as one of the top golf places in Europe.
Well, before we get into the final round action, let's bring you up to date with what's happened so far this week. Fairly benign conditions on day one when the rankings leader Marcel Schneider made a good start, 2 under through the first 3 holes. This his approach at the third. He dropped some shots mid-round, came back nicely with a couple of late birdies and opened up with a 1 under par round of 70 to lie 4 shots off the lead.
Last man in, David Boot, parred the first. Got his day off and running with a birdie at the second, and he would sign for 69, so a good start to his week.
Santiago Tarrio from Spain hasn't missed a cut all season. He's been in good form recently, top 10 last week in Cadiz. This is tee shot at the par 3 15th. Would you believe it, he 3-putted for bogey there, but he made 7 birdies and he shot a round of 66 also to tie the lead.
A late arrival, Richard Mansell, due to COVID, had to isolate for 10 days. He managed to get out in 32 with no preparation. Incredible stuff. A classy 66 after round 1, and it was all smiles.
Yeah, what an effort from the Englishman, third on the road to Mallorca rankings. His caddy had to do all the reconnaissance work for Mansell this week, and there he is in a tie for the lead with Tarrio and Bjorn Hellgren from Sweden.
I had an awful warm-up, and honestly, I was saying to a couple of guys, I've never been so nervous on the first tee, just because I was like, I didn't think I was going to keep it on the golf course kind of thing, but hit a great drive, birdie the first, birdie the second, it was like, oh, hang on. So yeah, just kind of really enjoyed it, made one mistake, made bogey because of it, didn't let it annoy me, and just happy to birdie the last and top off a good round of golf.
Well, somewhat drizzly overcast conditions, certainly for the early starters on day 2. Not much in the way of wind again, so pretty good scoring conditions. And Enrico Di Nito of Italy taking advantage. It was a birdie finish for him. That was his approach at the 17th. Round of 68 to lie 4 off the lead. Remember, Francesco Laporta won the grand final and the Road to Mallorca rankings, another Italian, last season.
Ever consistent Matt Ford. First round 68. His tee shot into 6, and that would lead to a birdie. And a good start would go into -7 after 2 rounds.
4th on the Road to Mallorca rankings, trying to stay inside the top 5, Matt Ford. A man much further down the rankings, Nicholas Moller from Denmark. He nearly holed his second shot at 14, hit the bottom of the pin, bounced back to there, still made the birdie. 3 birdies in total on day 2 for a round of 68 at 7 under, also 4 behind.
The impressive Swede, Bjorn Hellgren. First round 66, which included a couple of eagles. He chased this one in beautifully at the difficult par 3 12th. Signed for a 67, 9 under, only 2 behind.
In a share of second place with playing partner Richard Mansell, still showing no signs of rust after being shut away in his hotel room for 10 days after that positive COVID test. What a roll that was. That took him 3 under through 6 holes. He signed for a round of 67, right in the thick of it, along with Germany's Alexander Knapper, the leader.
Yeah, spectacular stuff. He birdied 16 and 17, and then watch this. For a closing eagle, and an awesome round of 63, which would put him firmly in the lead going into Saturday.
Man who's won twice on the Challenge Tour already, albeit 4 years ago. Big move from the German on day 2 to lead the way by 2. Plenty of other players will still fancy their chances, but it is Germany and Knapper on top.
63 is a sensational round of golf. Did you think that number would be out there today?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's no wind, greens are pure, you can shoot that number.
And what was it that was particularly working for you today?
Putting, a whole lot of long putts. I think 3 really long ones on the first 10 holes. And yeah, that kept me going.
Well, day 3 and a change of weather conditions, Anthony Wall.
Yeah, very much so. Much more blustery. Quite overcast as well. So interesting times for the players. Ever changing out there.
Good stuff from Christopher Blomstrand, the experienced Swede, lying at 8 under par, heading into the final day.
From one Swede to another, 28-year-old Robin Peterson, 73.66. To look pretty hot en route to another 66, and he's right in there. Determined look.
Also at 8 under par, just a couple of shots off the lead. Every chance of grabbing his first Challenge Tour title.
Andre Lisa, first Czech to win on the Challenge Tour a few weeks ago in Spain. Got plenty of game, this fella.
Only player to go bogey-free on Saturday, and he's also at 8 under, just 2 back. To the Dane, Niklas Norgard Muller. His second shot into the opening hole. Nicely done. On his way to a third round 69. And at 9 under par, he is in second place alone, just 1 behind.
Canapa, his putter wasn't his friend on Saturday. But after such a low round on Friday, it's never easy to back it up. But this certainly helped. It was a 1 over par 72, but he managed to hold on to the lead.
Well, let's hear from the man who leads through 54 holes.
I would have liked to shoot at least level par, but I mean the wind picked up and it was a lot tougher than yesterday. So I'm quite happy with it. It didn't really go my way today. Putts didn't drop, and yesterday many putts dropped, so equals out.
It is still wide open up at the top. Canapa with the advantage, but just by 1 over Muller. Peterson, Lisa and Blomstrand tucked in nicely as well.
It's day 4 of the 2020 Challenge Tour Grand Final here at Tee Golf and Country Club. Germany's Alex Canapa sits atop the leaderboard, but it's a bunched pack. There are lots of players with high hopes of getting their hands on the coveted trophy. Join us after the break when we'll head straight into the action.
The Road to Mallorca season is coming to a conclusion with the Challenge Tour Grand Final on the island of Mallorca at Tee Golf and Country Club. There are going to be a few nerves out there for the final round. He's the man who leads, Germany's Alexander Canapa. And this is the Welshman David Boot for birdie at the third hole, former Walker Cupper. Lovely roll. And he's off and running, and that takes Boot to 7 under par, 3 off the pace.
Now, Harry Ellis, talented 25-year-old from the Wentworth Club. A couple of pars to start. That'll get him off and running. He'll move to 7 under.
Real opportunity for the early starters to get something going. Put some pressure on the leaders. To Blomstrand at the par 5 second, dropped a shot at the first, so looking to bounce back and then some, because this is a putt for an eagle 3. Not to be for the informed Swede, but he did birdie, he did hole that one I should say for birdie to get to 8 under.
Now interesting times for our leader. Got an easy hole the first, and that I'm afraid is a bogey. Bit of a shaky start, and that will give hope to the chasing pack.
Yeah, that drops him back to 9 under par. He didn't manage to make birdie at the second hole either, the par 5, which is where we go to playing partner Niklas Muller. This is to get to 10 under. Good early move from the Dane, who made the cut at the Omega Dubai Desert Classic earlier this season on the European Tour. That was a tough setup, so he's clearly got some talent.
Seemed to be a few early nerves. Robin Peterson. He bogeyed the first, but straight back at the second. Settled him down.
And that takes him to 8 under par. This at the first for Andre Lisa, the man who won 2 weeks ago the Andalucía challenged España, his first Challenge Tour win, the first Czech, remember, to win on the Challenge Tour. He very nearly made an eagle too. What a way that would have been to start. He did make his birdie, and he birdied the second, and Lisa has grabbed himself a share of the lead alongside Nicholas Norgard-Moller. There they are, one ahead of Germany's Alex Knapper. Then it's the Swedes, Blomstrand, Peterson and Bjorn Hellgren topping the group at 7 under par. This is Blomstrand, who has just missed the green at the third. This is for 2 in a row. Hall going in at pace as well. Excellent stuff. So he's at 9 under. Climbs alongside Knapper and within 1.
Changing times just around the leaderboard. Now Johannesson looking to join the party. Yeah, well done, moves him to 7 under at the third. So he's also in, or there or thereabouts.
The third hole is a 434-yard par 4, and it's the first time the players are faced by water and a decision to make off the tee. Now, of course, you can take it out of play and lay up, but that'll leave you something around 180 yards left in to a steeply elevated green. Or you be aggressive, you pull out the big dog and you take on the carry. It's 275 yards to clear this bit that sticks out just behind me. If you pull it a little bit, you've got further to go, 316 yards in total. But if you get it right, you can have a wedge in your hand for your second shot and turn this difficult hole into a real birdie opportunity.
Well, Alexander Knapper has done well from the tee. He's found the fairway, good angle here. Remember, bogey par start for the 54-hole leader, and that's not his best either.
Been a few times this week he's short-sided himself. Always seems to lose it right with a wedge. There's Knapper. Now Moller, as we said, he's talented, but he has sprayed a few this week. Second shot into the third. He birdied the second. Right idea. Just a fraction too much. The rough will hold it up, but that won't be easy from there.
No, that looks to have sat down, doesn't it, for the Dane from Denmark to Norway, and Johannesson at the 4th. Hear the firmness of the greens, can't you?
Yeah, weather's been fantastic. Everything's just slowly drying out. Great facilities this week. Now, Knapper from the bunker. He's shown his talents this week from sand already. He played that well. Very solid through the ball to a good finish. Shows someone with some class in and around the greens. He'd hold that and stay 9 under. Now this is interesting. We've seen a couple of fluffy ones from Moller. For me, stance is very wide. Almost sort of double hit that on the way through. Seemed to make a lot of that, but got away with it. Slightly overcomplicated that there for me.
Well, like Knapper, he managed to tap that one in to stay at 10 under. This is Johannesson looking to get it to 8 under.
For 2 in a row, Dom. Yeah, nicely done. And there you see the greens, absolutely perfect rolling conditions.
Back to 3, this time Robin Peterson.
Real outside chance. But what do I know? Beautiful shot, beautiful putt on the right-hand side. And he's charging along, moves to 9 under.
Bogey, birdie, birdie start for Peterson. There he is alongside Blomstrand and Knapper at 9 under par. Still Lisa and Moller out in front by the single stroke. Knapper looking for his first birdie of the day at the par 3 6th. This is where he got things up and running yesterday. Well, he would hold that one, and that was his first birdie. Knapper back where he started the day at 10 under par.
Now we saw Peterson's birdies at 2 and 3. Can't see the bottom of the pin here at 4. From the fairway, plenty of control on this one. Oh, middle stump. What an eagle. I'm not sure Dommy can see that.
Well, if he can, he's not very excited about it. Maybe he holds a lot of those.
Let's have a look at his swing. A little bit hunched at address, quite a wide stance. Makes a very good turn, possibly a little bit long. It probably looks like a 6-iron. And I think that's just where he struggles through the ball, almost hits it off his back foot a little bit. But a pretty good move overall.
Robin, fantastic eagle on the 4th. Talk us through it from your perspective.
Well, so it's a slightly elevated approach shot there. Couldn't really see the surface of the green because it was also in the shadow. But I had a pretty good number for a 9-iron. I actually, I hate to say, I didn't hit it as good as I wanted to. And then I heard some applause, but it wasn't like anything that sounded like something that went in. But when I came up there and I didn't see a ball, I could see my pitch mark about 15 feet short of the hole. And yeah, I mean, I just assumed that it was in. And as I walked up there, I found it in the hole. So it was a bonus for sure.
Very much so. How are the playing conditions in general today?
I would say they're pretty similar to the first couple of days we had. Less windy today, and yeah, I mean, there's probably a good number out there, so I'll try to go chase it.
Lovely start. Thanks for the chat, Robin.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Came into the final round on the back of successive rounds of 66. He's in the groove, no doubt about that. This is Lisa for birdie at 8. Nicely done. Dropped a shot at the 5th. So that birdie there takes him back to 10 under par, the man who lies 6th on the road to Mallorca standings. If he were to win today, he could well go to the top of the season-long standings and get both the big prizes.
Tario, been a birdie machine this week. Just one or two many bogeys on the back nine. Tough hole, the 9th, the par 3. 189 yards, they tucked away. But he's made light work of that once more.
Well, he's hit a lot of quality shots out there today, hasn't he? Tario, Peterson out of position at 8.
It's a little bit harder, can't see the green this time.
I'll tell you what, Anthony, look at this. What a shot from Peterson, who, by the way, did just drop a shot at the 7th, so immediate chance to bounce back.
Now, after a perfect tee shot, Canapa here, looking straight at it, really. Green is sitting at him, so he needs to be aggressive here. Nice short swing, but a little bit of decel there. Yeah, that's not where he was looking to pitch it. You can see how much spin he would have imparted on the ball. He's level par today so far. He's just starting to drift a little bit.
Let's go up to 9. Chance for Tario. All-round good putts. 3 birdies to the turn. No drop shots, and Tario to 9 under par, within 1 of the lead. Good front 9 for the Spaniard.
But a quiet front 9 for Canapa. Birdie putt, but outside chance. He'd be happy with the 2 putt, I would imagine, here. Good aggressive roll. Missed opportunity there, really, from sort of 80, 90 yards to give himself a stress-relieving sort of 8 or 10 footer, really. He's adding pressure he doesn't need to give himself.
Remember, Peterson in close here. Good chance to get back to 11 under.
Well, it would have been a great up and down from there. It's probably not the best putt he's ever hit, but we'll forgive him that. He's played quite well the last hour or so, hasn't he?
He really has. Went to Augusta University. Good college career. He's quite a character, isn't he? Bustles along, off he goes to the 9th tee. Will go to the green at number 9 and Johannesson.
A bit of a charge at 4 birdies in 7 holes. Yeah. And that's how you do it. He moves to double figures.
Just 5 starts on the Challenge Tour this season. He's had 3 top 5 finishes, including last week, so he's been a man in form. Canapa just trying to tidy up at 8. Yeah, well done. So he stays at 10 under par, and it's getting quite busy at the top of the leaderboard. We have 5 tied at 10 under par. And Tario and Moller only a shot behind. We are moving towards the back nine on Sunday of the Challenge Tour Grand Final when we come back. Excellent playing conditions. Final round of this year's Challenge Tour Grand Final from Tee Golf and Country Club in Mallorca. Just about 15 minutes or so away from the capital city, Palma, and Alex Knapper, who held a one-shot lead coming into Sunday, hasn't had the best of front nines, but how about that? A birdie at 9 takes him into credit for the day, and he moves it to 11 under par, and he leads this tournament once again.
A couple of groups ahead, Santiago Tario out in 32. He's looking strong. He's got the advantage. Maybe half an hour or so ahead of the leaders, and a beautiful shot there. Taking advantage of the par 5s.
Welshman David Boot, just one birdie, all the rest pars on his card so far, but at the 16th, a second birdie of the day, taking him to 8 under par. And remember, he was last man in to the field this week, so taking advantage. Well done, David Boot.
Yeah, back 9 Sunday. It's all about taking advantage. Lisa here, won a couple of weeks ago. That's a good birdie putt. 10 under.
Nice bounce back as well after a drop shot at the difficult par 4 10th hole. So he returns, as Anthony says, to 10 under par. This is Nicholas Norgard Moller, and he is back under par today as well. He returns to 10 under with a birdie at the 11th, the par 5.
Only 3 par 5s this week. Knapper's in a little bit of trouble. Fortunate to find it and be able to play it, and a wonderful recovery, but sadly only a par at the 11th. So a birdie opportunity missed there.
And I'm afraid he went on to drop shots at 12 and 13, so Knapper on the slide. Tario missing out with birdie, 4 birdie I should say there at the 16th hole. Just dropped a shot at 15 as well. Stays at 9 under, which is 1 off the lead. There he is alongside Johannesson, Knapper and Moller. It is the Czech Lisa and 2 Swedes, Blomstrand and Peterson, who lead the way.
Good drive at 16 for Knapper. You can see the flag on the right-hand side. Big bunker short of this green. Looking straight at this. Unlucky. Don't mind seeing that. You don't want to see it go long, but it's better than coming up short. Shouldn't trouble him too much from there. It's always lie dependent.
It was a little fortunate. If he'd have got another foot or so, it would have rolled right down the bank there. Up to 18 for a closing birdie. David Boot. And a round of 68. Yeah, nicely done. 3 birdies, no drop shots on the card today for the Welshman. And a really good week's work. He can take that confidence into next season.
Found the bunker off the tee, and he managed to advance it to here. This is difficult. Good sort of 65-yard bunker shot. Oh, big hop. But that's got to be his shot of the day, Peterson.
Yeah, take a bow, Robin Peterson. Every chance that he will save par there and remain at 10 under, right in the thick of it, to Lisa ahead at the 17th. Good drive.
Quite a tight pin here, Dom, at 17. In truth, only a pitch, so he can go straight at this one. No. A little bit more spin than he anticipated. A bit of work there left to do.
Yeah, a little nervy out there now. Let's see. Knapper. 3rd shot at 16.
Technique looked good, just a little bit stabby. Maybe the lie wasn't to his liking.
So he'll have, what, 6-7 feet or so for his par as we go up to 17, playing with Lisa. This is Blomstrand, short of the green in 2.
Yeah, difficult shot this time of the day with that amount of green to play with. The ball's always going to release. Pretty good. He needs to stay in this, though. Come on, get the body language up.
Up to 18, Santiago Tario to close out with a birdie and set the mark. in the clubhouse. Yeah, well done. Little dip of the knees from girlfriend Noelia, who is also his caddy, and it's an excellent Sunday and a nice way to finish the season. 67, he's shaking his head a little bit, maybe regretting the one or two that got away.
Interesting one here. But it's the right decision. There's no way you can chip that one on that down slope. So he's just trying to play as close to the fringe as possible. He's tracking pretty well.
That's a really good effort from there.
A good effort there, yeah, absolutely, from Johannesson.
Yeah, maybe the only thing is he's left himself above the hole, so it'll be a slippery one coming back down. Knapper for his par at 16.
This is a little easier, up the hill.
Well done, Alex.
Good stroke, well done.
Yeah, that's gutsy, isn't it? He knows what that one meant. Puff of the cheeks, working hard.
Yeah, it's so important. Final event of the season. Really forms where they're playing next season. Now Lisa plays with such enthusiasm. Good body language. Seems to always look like he's up for the challenge. So important under pressure that you embrace it.
Peterson with a par putt at 16. Remember, he's gone from fairway bunker to greenside bunker here, and that is not pretty.
That's just pure tension. Never released it, never hit it hard enough. It broke left straight away there for Peterson, and he knows it.
Oh, it's all becoming a bit tense, isn't it? Lisa, this is pretty much a must-make putt.
Yeah, big putt. Prefer them down the hill, though, under pressure. Yeah, he knows how much that means to him there. Huge.
Just the par 5, 18th to come. Look, he's giving himself a giddy up.
It's good, though. I like that. Just shows you how much he cares.
Blomstrand for par.
And that was a harder putt than Lisa's for me, coming across the slope.
Oh, wait.
The Czechs was more down the hill. That was tough.
Well, he's marked, he's going to wait. Johannesson, meanwhile, also for par.
Left below right.
Oh, ow.
Pressure's getting to them. It's catching.
Oh, he did give his hand a whack there, didn't he?
Yeah, he's still got one to go as well.
Yeah, it's a bogey 5, I'm afraid, and Johannesson drops back to 8 under. He's looking for enough points here to climb inside the top 5, get those European Tour starts next season. As is Blomstrand, bogey putt. Off they wander to the 18th tee, and it's all change at the top. Tario and Lisa tied for the lead. Tario in the clubhouse at 10 under par. David Boot is in at 9 under. And we still have half a dozen or so players who could win this. The climax of the Challenge Tour Grand Final from Tee Golf and Country Club is next. We are not too far away from finding out who's going to win this year's Challenge Tour Grand Final at Tee Golf and Country Club in Mallorca. Santiago Tario in the clubhouse, leading at 10 under par. Lisa is coming down the 18th, the Czech. And then at 9 under par, we've got quite a few players who could still factor in the outcome here, including Germany's Alexander Knapper, the man who led coming into today's final round. Here he is, playing his second to 17.
Good drive on the fairway, playing up the hill here. It's a good leave. Needs to hang on there. Yep, under the hole, perfect. Now Blomstrand from the fairway bunker, hit the buggy path. So he's a little bit closer than he would have thought he would have been. This can't be easy, off an upslope. Need to try and cut it as well. Couple of bogeys, this back 9 hasn't helped his cause. That's also pretty good. Good leave considering the position he was in.
Down it rolls, but it's not gone into the penalty area. So up and down for a closing birdie. If he chips it in, that would be very handy. Let's go back to 17 and the second shot here for Sweden's Robin Peterson. Remember, he's just dropped a shot at 16.
Yeah, 2 good shots in there. Both with good chances. Gained a lot of experience today, Peterson. Looks to be enjoying himself.
He's been there, done it before, Knapper, with those 2 wins in 2016. Can he do it again? Let's go to 18. Third shot out of the sand for Andre Lisa.
Under pressure, bunker shots, as we all know, they are the hardest to judge. But this should release down the hill. Won't need to pitch this any more than about middle. Yep. And that's nicely done. Under a lot of pressure. He knows the situation.
Especially with the water lurking just behind that flag. Showing his mettle to Moller. Poor tee shot at 17. He's still found the green. He's given himself a good look at birdie, has he? Hanging over the hole. Not going to drop without some assistance though. Just a par. So he'll go to the 18th at 9 under. Currently 1 behind the clubhouse leader, Tario. Here's Blomstrand.
Yeah, bunker shot finished here. All about the first bounce, all about the flight of the ball. Yeah, good first bounce. And that's well judged considering the situation. Yes, he's trying to hole it, but to get it dead is very well done.
Yeah, that drop shot at 17 could prove costly for Blomstrand.
Now Peterson. Not made a birdie on the back nine, just starting to look a little bit uncomfortable. A little bit jumpy. Yeah. Okay, bogey at 16. Might just cost him though. 1 to go.
Over to the 18th, great bunker shot. Can Lisa convert to get to 11 under, to jump over Tario and to set the target? Oh, how about that? Clutch. Brave stuff from the man from Prague. And he does birdie the last, and he does set the target at 11 under. 1 or 2 raised eyebrows when he won 3 weeks ago, then didn't stay on for the second tournament in Spain. If he wins today, not out of the question, he could win in consecutive starts.
Just a tap in here with Blomstrand. I'm afraid he's going to be 1 short. That was a big moment. But a great week.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, closing 69 for him, and he's going to have to wait and see. Currently 9th on the road to Mallorca, if that's going to be good enough to get him inside the top 5, to get those European Tour starts. Back to Knapper, birdie chance for the German at 17.
Pretty straight. He can be aggressive here. Beautifully done.
He likes that hole, doesn't he? Remember when he shot the 63 on Friday, he finished birdie, birdie, eagle. He birdied 17 yesterday. He will go to the tee at 18 at 10 under par. He needs a birdie to tie Lisa, an eagle to win it outright. First of all, he needs to get a good drive away.
Fairway does tend to gather from both sides. And then you see it by the path, and he will know he's blocked out there.
Well, that's disappointing, isn't it? Wasn't too far actually from rolling back over that path, was it? And back into play would have given him a better angle. We'll have to wait and see how that is lying. We're hearing he's had to take a drop away from the path.
Yeah, only one option. It's actually not that easy. Ball above his feet. This is going to go left on him with trees on the right. He needs to be careful. It's not straightforward. Yeah, well done. Keep it on the fairway. Give himself a chance. Keeps control of his golf ball.
So they're in 2. He either needs to hole that one to win it outright, or he needs to make birdie to tie Andre Lisa. Here we go.
He will be looking right of it. It should spin left. Green cambers from right to left. Yeah, fine shot. Well judged. It's going to go right to the end.
Well, Moller and Peterson both got a chance here to tie as well. Peterson in the greenside bunker in 2, but he's got to hold this one.
Tough ask. But he's going to release on him. Yeah, normal circumstances, it wouldn't be too bad.
Moller hit a booming drive down here. Wasn't a great approach shot. And from greenside, he needs this for an eagle 3, also to feature in any playoff, potentially.
Yeah, clever pin here at 18. Penalty area down the left, so everyone exercising a bit of caution. So well judged.
Well, so they're out of it. They cannot catch Lisa now. It's only Knapper who can. But Peterson will be keen to wrap things up with a birdie here.
Slow one up the hill left to right. Yeah, just runs out of pace.
Yeah, but as you said earlier, he's not been in this position too much. So that's good experience for Robin Peterson, the man from Helsingborg. Had that bogey, birdie, eagle start to the round. Knapper stalking this birdie putt. This is to take the grand final into extra holes. Up and out of it very quickly there. What a shame for the German. And that's that. Tidying up really now out there. Moller for the birdie.
Yeah, good view here. Aiming left edge. That started too far left. An untidy finish for Moller, but also great experience. I don't quite think he's had his best game. But he'll be back, no question. Young man, a lot of potential.
9 under, that's in a share of 5th place, along with Robin Peterson and the Welshman David Boot and Knapper. Just a par in the end at 18. So he finishes in a share of 2nd place. But there's the man who's won it. The man from the Czech Republic, the first Czech player to win on the Challenge Tour. He's now won 2 in 2 starts, and he has also finished at the top of the Road to Mallorca rankings as well. The first Czech player to do that. He is a history maker.
No, it's really emotional for me. I mean, these 2 putts what I hold on 17 and 18 were just like unbelievable. In that circumstances, with that amount of pressure, I mean, I don't even know how I did it. What the last 3 tournaments what I played was 4 in Italy, win in Spain, then I went back home. I was getting messages like, why did you went back home and didn't play the second event while you were so close? And I said like, I just need to relax my head a little bit, and the final is the most important thing. So I went back home, being with the family, and then I fly here, and here I'm standing now.
Yes, his wife and baby daughter will be absolutely delighted. In the end, he wins quite comfortably the Road to Mallorca rankings. There's the top 5 for you. Schneider was #1 heading into the week. He, Angles, Mansell and Matt Ford all get some starts on the European Tour next season. So congratulations to those top 5 on the Road to Mallorca rankings.
That's it for the 2020 Challenge Tour season. We've had a fantastic week here at the glorious Tee Golf and Country Club. The 5 guys behind me, they'll be celebrating long into the night. So all that remains is for us to say thanks for watching and see you next time.